Yo, is this thing on? Look, I look pale. Watch this. There we go. Knock, knock. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Knock, knock. Oh, this is not good. I can hear myself. What's up, everybody? I just got done with the workout. It was nice. Fresh off the gym grind. How's everybody doing today? Good? I'm home for a few days in between projects and storms, and we're seeing what's going on, and there's some stuff I want to watch, so it's like, let's do a little watch party on some things, and I'm gonna answer questions as well. Do a little Q&A. I'm 5 minutes late because Google had to verify my identity. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch some stuff. I was in West Yellowstone at the a little media shoot, and we had some Lynx engineers and product guys there, my guys, and we decided, well, what I was told is that if I don't do, they're gonna give me a test on the history of Lynx snowmobiles, and if I don't pass, they're gonna kick me off the team. That's what I was told. So I have to. We're gonna do some homework, and there's actually some pretty cool videos online that Lynx has put together in the past years. And then also there's a new Lynx Masterclass as well. They're doing these Masterclass videos with Andreas and Yanne, and they are one is on suspension, and then Andreas is going to teach us how to jump, or me how to jump, because apparently he's pretty good at it, you know? Let's see what we can find here. What up, Aiden? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Long time no chat. Yo, we've got to turn the alert box off here. Yo, thanks for the super chat. That's 99 cents in the bank account. That's going to diesel these days. Boom. This season has been pretty good. I mean, for what it is, in the West, the snow has sucked in a lot of places, so the season has been okay. A lot of projects that are kind of stuff that I haven't really been able to like vlog about and make content about, unfortunately, which kind of has sucked. And then my January was kind of torched because I was finishing up projects for Uncharted Society, and it was just madness, and I couldn't really like go ride for myself and create some content I wanted to. And then we obviously had launch, which was good, super successful on that. Shout out to everybody who's watched the launch videos, the BTS videos. I think we did pretty good there. And then yeah, now we're just like kind of round things out, but it's dismal in the West, at least in the lower 48 in the US here. So we're trying to push through. We finally have some storms coming through. So yeah, and then I'm going to Jackson at the end of the month. And I'm not racing Jackson, but I'm going to go take on the hill with my camera, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to be running support for, I'm just going to be doing social stuff, really. Because Jason Ribby is going to race the new Shredder in the Pro Mod class. And Andreas Bergmark is supposed to come down and race semi-pro, I guess. So look out. Okay, where do we find... Here we go. So we're going to 5 decades, 5 stories, the story of Lynx snowmobiles. Chapter 1, the beginning. Okay, hold on. Can you guys read? Can everybody read? Because I think this might be not in English. Mike, I saw you guys got absolute. I've seen Colorado's been getting hammered. It looks good there right now, which is good. Problem is it's 17 hours away, and all my projects. This has also been the problem. All my projects have been like 10 days apart. So it's like anywhere I go, I gotta go like turn around in 4 days and go back, or go to a certain spot. And it seems like every spot I've had scheduled to go to has not had good snow. So maybe it's me. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm the problem. I think this is what we do. Yep. All right, buckle up, everybody. Wow. How's that audio? Is that okay right there? And then I can kind of talk over it, or is it too loud? You guys gotta help me out here. This was made 4 years ago, by the way, so there's no new product in it.
Lynx oli tärkeä meille. Se oli se elämän leipä. Pirun hikinen paikka. Kiimanevo. Täällä koettiin kelkkoja kesäaikana. Kiimaneva on märkä, se oli silloin vetinen suo, mutta ei upottava suo. Siinä on joku 5 metriä tätä turvetta ja 67 vuonna. AS50 proto. Täällä sitä ajettiin kesäaikana. Suurin piirtein 2 kuukautta oli tavoite, jotta pystytään ajamaan, että se uskalletaan.
How's that for audio?
Tavallaan ilman uimista ei täältä päässyt, mutta kelkka ei välittänyt siitä kovinkaan paljon. Ja oli hyvin lähellä ne olosuhteet, lumiolosuhteita kyllä. Ehkä se on itse ajaminen ja ennen kaikkea se onnistuminen. Se, vaikka se menee rikki siellä, niin se on onnistuminen. Silloin tiedetään, mikä on heikkous.
Hanging out with the Swedish boy or the Finnish boys from Lynx was like so fun, and they were like they inspired me to like learn more about the brand because those guys give a shit. Like they really care about it, which is really cool.
Kyllä se on normaali teollisuustuotteen syntytarina. Ja tietenkin moottorikelkka oli määritysmielessä enemmän tekninen tuote, mitä muut tuotteet siinä talossa olivat. Se tavoite oli kyllä hyvin selkeästi jokaisen mielessä. Liikevaihtoa ylös, muuten ei tällä hommalla ole jatkoa. Näin paljon on rahaa. Ja ellei me pystytä sillä tekemään, niin lähdetään kilometritehtaalle. Se mieliala oli ainakin kilpailuhenkinen. Se on ihan totta. Se oli aika paljon vietettiin iltoja siellä. Ja monta kertaa joutui istumaan tuolille ja ajattelemaan, että tuleeko tästä nyt mitään. Se oli aika vaikea, se oli vaativa tehtävä. Ja ei laskettu niin tarkasti sitä työmäärää. Ja se oli kunniakysymys. Hankkijamies kävi sanomassa ja sylkemässä sen päälle, ettei tästä nyt pojat tuu mitään. Mutta me haluttiin näyttää, että tulee.
Look at those things. Oh, yo.
Tavoite, että kaikki saataisiin määrätyllä tavalla mahdollisimman kestäväksi, koska laatu oli A ja O. Ilman sitä ei pärjää. Ja mä uskon, että sen lisäksi vielä kun otetaan...
Look at the there's a shock back here behind his foot. See that? That's crazy. So weird.
Asiakkaan kuule.
Everything there's a snowplow on it.
Ja
everything originally on Lynx everything was utilitarian at first. Like for a number of years, like it was only for utility.
Joiden ansiosta me pääsimme kunnon valmistajiksi.
Dude, look at those stickers. I want. Those are worth so much money.
Onnistumisen hetki on, kun markkinoille tuli Lynx 300 GLX, Lynx 400 GLX ja 535 ja 600. Tärkeimmät asiakkaat olivat aivan ylivoimaisesti Lapissa poromiehet ja etelässä maanviljelijät. Se oli enemmän työkelkkaa. Kyllä meille tärkeää oli oppia ymmärtämään, että mitä varten me teemme tätä kelkkaa.
Oh jeez.
Ja vietettiin monta saunailtaa sen asian selventämiseksi. Lähinnä oivallus tulee mieleen, jos sanotaan, että tulee joku uusi asia, jonka kokee erittäin positiiviseksi. Kaikki isot asiat on yksinkertaisia. Ja kyllä siitä miellyttävä kokemus jäi.
Wow. Dude, some of this old stuff is so sick.
Like,
look at that. It's just crazy how far stuff has come, even in the last 10 years. Like, snowmobiling is the only sport. I mean, I think it is. In the action sports world, the motorcycles have moto has evolved, but it hasn't evolved as rapidly as snowmobiles, like in the time span, right? Like the thing is you can go ride a 2004 YZ 250, and then you can get on a brand new YZ 250, and you can both go have fun, right? But like if your boy's on a 2004 mountain sled and you're on a 2022 mountain sled, you're not even going the same places, right? You're not even like riding the same, which is like wild to see. It's insane. And I think that's what's so cool is like how fast it is. And even, we're like, we want better, better, better. But if we like look back at the last 10 years or 15 years, you're like, holy dude, it's not even funny how gnarly they are. Now we have turbocharged units that just eat everything for breakfast. Okay, do you guys want to watch part 2 or do you want to watch the suspension or Andreas's jumping masterclass? What do we want? Don't all type at once now. Calm down. Suspension? All right. This is actually really good. This is with my boy, Yanne. I got to ride with him the other day. It was so fun. Dude gets it too. Like, when I say gets it, that's what's been so cool about working with these guys is they like are diehards about it and they're like super passionate, which is really cool. And they're like suspension is so important to them, which is why I keep ramming it down everybody's throats because like it's also important to me, but also them as much. So it's cool.
Hello Lynx riders! When it comes to fine-tuning your sled for that perfect ride, there is one topic that cannot be ignored: suspension setup. My name is Janne Tapio. Welcome to my Lynx Masterclass. Setting the sag is the first step of suspension setup. Sag is the amount of suspension travel used when you are sitting on your snowmobile in a natural riding position with full riding gear and cargo you are carrying. Sag impacts how the rear suspension works and that way affects balance, performance and control of your sled. This is the PPS3 rear suspension found on the Lynx Rave RE and X-Terrain RE models. It is an independent rear suspension with long travel and high capacity shocks. In the PPS3 rear suspension, the optimal sag is 95 mm. Less than that, the sled may feel too firm, uncomfortable and unstable. Steering might feel heavy. More than 95 mm and the suspension will not use its full capacity on rough trails because of too low ride height. This also affects steering capacity, making steering less responsive. To measure the sag, we measure the distance between the upper rear arm pivot bolt and crown when the suspension is fully extended. After this step, the rider sits on the sled with full riding gear and cargo and we measure the same distance again. At this point, a friend's help may be needed. The difference between the first and second measurement is your sag. If the sag is less than 95 mm, decrease the preload of the rear spring by loosening the locking ring and then turning the adjustment ring by one turn. After adjusting the preload of the spring, measure again, adjust until you get the optimal 95 mm sag. Make sure that you always have some preload on the spring when the suspension is fully extended. You should never loosen the adjustment ring beyond the free length of the spring. If the starting sag measurement is more than 95 mm, increase the preload of the rear spring by tightening the adjustment ring by one turn. Then remeasure and adjust as needed. Remember to tighten the locking ring after adjustment. The standard rear spring on the PPS3 is 60 newtons per millimeter. If the rider with full riding gear and cargo weighs more than 100 kilos, and the 95 mm sag is not obtained, it's recommended to replace the standard rear spring with the firmer 65 Newton per millimeter spring. We have now set the optimal sag for the PPS3 rear suspension and we are ready to ride. If you want to learn more about suspension setup, See my videos about limiter strap adjustment and shock adjustment. See you on the trail.
Yes.
Again, suspension found.
So on our mountain sled for us mountain boys, it's a little bit different when it comes to like setting sag kind of. Also because the like on a DS, the spring is pretty aggressive. Like, so if you guys are adjusting your, like if you're preloading your spring and you're turning it like 3 turns, your sled's gonna act like a dick. Like especially that's what I've noticed really quick with this sled is minor adjustments when it even comes to just like touching the spring is been massive. And that's what the boys in Finland told me right off the bat as well. Because I got a sled that was actually not quite in spec when it came to the spring preload from like what they're recommending, so I had to change it. And yeah, it was crazy the difference. Like I literally changed it like barely at all, and it made a huge difference in the way that the preload runs. So hi David, I'm at my house, bro. I'm at my house waiting to figure out what I'm gonna do next with my life. I'm at my house drinking a pub beer, hanging out with you guys. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense on sag. Let's see what the next one says. We're gonna let Yanni talk about limiter strap, and then I'll
My
jump
name
in
is
on my
Janne
thoughts.
Tapio.
He's
Welcome
way
to my
smarter
Lynx
than I am, by the way.
Masterclass. You have set the sag properly and ridden your sled. If you don't know yet how to set the sag, see my video about it. Once you have set up the sag, your sled is ready to ride. If you want to customize the sled behavior more to your liking, there are a few things you can do. Limiter strap adjustment is one of them. Limiter strap position impacts the amount of the front arm travel available. This has an effect on the weight transfer of your snowmobile. Longer limiter strap gives you more weight transfer, more bump absorption capacity, and more ski lift. Shorter limiter strap provides less weight transfer and sharper steering. On the BPS3 rear suspension, we have 4 limiter strap positions to choose from, based on the position of this bolt. The sled comes standard in position 2, which gives the best balance between comfort and steering capableness, ski lift, and
Oh my god, I'm an asshole. Sorry, guys. Jeez, I'm all over the place.
Gives you more weight transfer, more bump absorption capacity, and more ski lift. Shorter limiter strap provides less weight transfer and sharper steering. On the BPS3 rear suspension, we have 4 limiter strap positions to choose from, based on the position of this bolt. The sled comes standard in position 2, which gives the best balance between comfort and steering capacity on various trails. If you are looking for more playfulness, ski lift, and maximum center arm travel, you can go to the longest setting provided by position 1. The trade-off here is that you lose some steering capacity in accelerations. If you want to increase cornering capacity and reduce ski lift, go to position 3 or 4. In these positions, you will lose bump absorption capacity and the steering may feel heavy. We have now covered the effect of the limiter strap position. You may want to adjust it depending on the riding feel of your sled. It's also important to know how to adjust it if you start fine-tuning the shocks of your sled. Want to know how that's done? See my video about it. See you on the trail.
I will see you on the trail.
More bump absorption.
Look at this guy.
Is one of them.
Where's that picture of the skid? Because it's so beautiful right here. Look at that thing. All right. Listen, chat. Here we go. Also, David McKinney texted me and he said, That was a Blink 182 reference in the chat, you dumbass. Oh, where are you? Thank you, David. Love you. For any of you who don't know that, you're going to go to wherever you listen to music and search Miss You by Blink 182, okay? And then you're going to understand what my life is. So, DB asked, is my shredder going to feel as playful as my Summit Expert as far as ski lift and front end playfulness? Your shredder will feel, yes, if not even a little bit more, and you can adjust that with the limiter strap. So this skid that we're looking at here is actually different than the skid that is in, obviously, the mountain sleds, but it does have the 4 adjustments on the limiter strap. So you guys can fine tune that, which is nice. I run my 3900, my shredder RE, in the second one. So that's why I think it's going to come stock out of the box. You want even more ski lift, you can run it all the way let out. It's going to, that is going to affect its deep snow capability a little bit because it's going to be so aggressive, but it is going to lift the skis even more. But I mean, for what I like to do, like, it's pretty balanced right now, I feel. And if I wanted to really go up some stuff, I could suck it down even more. But the sled is on the more playful side as a mountain sled in the industry. Like, I would say it's it's probably the most playful sleds. And I believe Bergmark runs his all the way out. But he also rides a little bit different than I do. Like, he's doing flips and shit, all the time. That's all he's doing. So I like to play in the trees a little bit more. So I put mine in the position, just one from the bottom. So I don't know, like, if that makes sense. As you let limiter strap out in deep snow, it pushes the front part of the rail, the front tips of the rail down. So it pushes this front part of the rail down on my screen. You can see. So it pushes that into the snow harder, which makes it more aggressive. Therefore, like, it makes it want to lift the skis up, but it also makes it want to tend to trench a little bit more, if that makes sense. So it's all about finding a balance, right? Because if it's too short, then the thing is just absolutely, like, it just is planted and the steering's heavy. And that the other reason why I like it where it is because the skis are so aggressive. Some guys don't necessarily love the skis on the Lynx because they are aggressive, but it makes it, like, bite when it needs to. But if you, like, suck your limiter strap way up and make it super short, that you're going to feel those skis a lot more. So hope that makes sense. Weiler asks, I ordered a Lynx this year. You guys can read the chat, okay? So I'm just going to answer that question. You guys know how to read. I don't know how to read, hardly. I don't think so. Depending on what you ordered, if you ordered an RE, you're gonna be able to dial that in with the rear shock, right? We have high speed and low speed adjustment and rebound in the rear shock, and the fronts also have. The fronts are like QS3s. They have 1, 2, and 3 plus rebound. If you ordered an RE, the DS, you don't have that adjustment. You can put the RE shocks on a DS, so you could make yourself. If you wanted to get really crafty with it, you could make yourself, based on availability of product because of our world, you could make yourself a 4100 RE and put the shocks in it. But I know Fox has been kind of working on Lynx stuff, but just based on, like, production and production, demand, and availability, we haven't seen it yet. But I know that they have stuff, and they have an air shock at some capacity for it when it is available to them for the market. I don't know that yet. But the cool part is like, if you look at the Lynx rear shock, it's like this long. Like, so what that will let that shock do with air is like so progressive that you will have all this volume of air to progress through, which will make it very like tunable. So yeah, I think but I think, like, you you'll enjoy it, especially if you got an RE out of the box. The RE's been insane how good it is. Like, it's gnarly good. It's really impressive, which has been fun. Like, you know, if you guys ride, if you're in a Polaris or a Skidoo or any other skid besides like the skid that we have, and you hit your front track shock on like a hard bump, or like right behind the front track shock, it feels like your ankles are gonna go through your knees. Like if you feel it hard, like it's really abrupt right there. We don't have that because of the way that the rear shock ties into the front shock. It's it's so nerdy, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, RE, good shit, bro. You're gonna be dialed, I think. And I'm kind of like right now I'm playing with calibration and testing and just like figuring out what I like, and talking to the boys in Europe about what they run and what settings they recommend and stuff. So, you know, come fall when everybody's starting to get sleds, I'll have more info on like what suspension setup to run. So there's no use in me really talking about it right now because I'm the only one who has one, which is cool, but I just want to do more testing and stuff. So I had the rebound way up the other day. It was aggressive. I was like, going down the trail like I'm gonna die. Should we just watch the last one? We might as well. This one's 5 minutes. Buckle up,
My name is
chat.
Janne Tapio. Welcome to my Lynx Masterclass. Let's see how to use them. Before shock absorbers. To make it easier to find the setup suitable for you, we have made 3 pre-configured suspension settings. Let's see how to use them. Before making any adjustments to your sled shocks, make sure you have set the sag properly and ridden your sled to know how it feels. You should also know how to adjust the limiter strap. If you are not familiar with these 2 things, see my previous videos. The Lynx Rave RE and X-Terrain snowmobiles feature high-capacity KYB46 HLCR Kashima shocks. The shock diameter is a massive 46 mm. The cylinder tube has a Kashima coating for minimal friction, great motion sensitivity, and extended service intervals. HLCR stands for high and low compression and rebound damping. With this 3-way adjustability, we can fine-tune the suspension for different conditions and rider preferences. Let's see how that works. The high-speed compression damping adjustments are indicated in turns. With low-speed compression damping and rebound damping, we talk about clicks.
We're about to get nerdy, everybody buckle up.
Turning the adjusters. The following values are measured from the closed position. This means that all adjusters are turned to full clockwise position. When doing this, make sure to count where they were originally, and be careful not to over-tighten. The standard setting offers the best combination of comfort and performance in various trail conditions. This is the factory default setting. Let's see how to obtain that. We will start from the ski shocks. Locate the compression damping adjusters at the top of the reservoir. Then turn the low-speed compression damping adjuster 30 clicks counterclockwise from the closed position. Then take a 70 mm wrench and turn the high-speed compression damping adjuster 2 full turns counterclockwise from the closed position. The rebound damping adjuster is located at the bottom of the shock. Turn the adjuster 24 clicks counterclockwise from the closed position. Now repeat these adjustments with the other ski shock. Let's move on to the center line.
Jeez, 24?
Again, let's make sure we start counting from the closed position of each adjuster. The center and rear shock compression damping adjusters are located in the shock reservoir here as well. Take a screwdriver and turn the low-speed compression damping adjuster 30 clicks counterclockwise. Then take a 70 mm wrench and turn the high-speed compression damping adjuster 2 full turns counterclockwise. The rebound damping adjuster is located at the bottom of the shock. turn it with the screwdriver 7 clicks counterclockwise. Now repeat these adjustments to the rear shock. Finally, check that the limiter strap is in position 2. You have completed the adjustments for the standard setting and are ready to rock those trails. As mentioned before, the standard setting offers the best combination of comfort and performance in various trail conditions. Depending on where and how you ride, you may feel a need to adjust the suspension. Add comfort when riding on flat, groomed trails or tighten it up for sporty riding on really rough terrain. In these cases, the comfort and sport settings can come in handy. The setup process is similar to the standard setting we just covered. Just follow the guidelines for the limiter strap position and shock adjustments in this chart. The chart is available for download on our website. We have now covered the basics of Lynx, Rave RE and X-Terrain RE suspension setup. Setting the sag, limiter strap adjustment and the shock adjustment. This should give you a starting point for fine-tuning of your ride. Counterclockwise.
Wow. So what we'll have on the RE for the mountain guys, I'm assuming most of you guys in here are mountain boys, so we're just to talk about that because that's who I am. What we have on the front shocks is we have rebound adjustment, and we also have like similar to Fox QS3, which I'm the most familiar with, is we have modes 1, 2, and 3. And I kid you not, in the like briefing about it, in the presentation that I saw, there's 3 modes. 1 is soft, 2 is medium, and 3 is Bergmark. That's what they had on the thing. So soft, medium, and firm, 1, 2, and 3 on your ski shocks. It's nice and easy like that. And then there's also a rebound adjustment as well on the front ski shocks. Center track shock has no adjustability besides the spring, so it's essentially the same shock as the DS. It's just bigger, like a 46 millimeter piston versus a 36 millimeter piston. And for you guys who don't, to understand, like that's a huge difference in just the weight and the volume of that shock and that the piston and the shaft, everything that's happening. It's just a way heavier shock. So heavier duty too. Like it's not the same performance and just weighs more. It's a heavy duty, can handle a lot more abuse that way. The rear shock, where the magic really is happening, has high speed, low speed compression and rebound on the RE. So you can change all of that. And so there's like, you can Google this if you really want to get into it, but high speed, obviously rebound is how fast the shock, when it pushes through the stroke of the shock, how fast it rebounds back. So that's adjustable. Some like mountain bike shocks have high speed and low speed rebound. We don't have to worry about that. So that's just how fast the shock kicks back. Now you can have too much rebound and it obviously like kicks like this, like forward, just too bouncy. You can have also too little rebound, and then it'll feel like it has too much rebound. It's crazy. Like you have to really test to figure out like what is the best if you're going to go down that rabbit hole. Or I recommend just like letting a guy like me do the hard work, and then you guys, I can give you settings, you know. The other great thing that's like been working with Lynx is they actually valve the shock like really well and properly based on other sleds that I've ridden out of the box, which is good. So like I rode the RE and I was like, this thing is stiff. Like this might be so stiff that some people might not like it. And I was very happy about it because we're just used to these like super soft mountain sleds, just like just kind of bouncing down the trail. But then you hit one big bump and it just like knocks you on your ass. So that isn't the case with the RE by any means. So talking about high speed and low speed compression is how much resistance essentially, and I'm no master at all of this, but The high speed compression is how much compression or resistance it has to high speed stuff. So high speed is like square edge, super fast. So the faster the shock is moving through the stroke. Not even necessarily like really like landings. Landings are almost more low speed compression. High speed is like when you hit like a square edge bump and it's pushing the piston through the shock really fast. Low speed compression is like big G outs and stuff like that. So you can actually adjust the shock that way. So if it feels like you're just like going down the trail and it's just kind of beating you up, you can put more high speed compression in it and it will kind of hold it up through those like really quick bumps. Whereas if you feel like you're bottoming out in G outs or landings, you put more low speed compression in it and it will help you there. So lots of ways to tune and stuff. So it's exciting and cool. And it's nice that this is really like just touching the surface on suspension, but for, without really getting into it and having to like tear shocks apart and talk about valving and shims and like all that kind of stuff. These videos are really good because it gives you a baseline understanding of what's going on that you can then further go from, right? Good job, Lynx. Should we see what Andreas has to say? Da, da, da. Where's part 1? Maybe this one? Look at this beautiful human.
My name is Andreas Bergmark.
Ah, shit.
And this is my masterclass. In the last episode, we talked about location and how to build a jump. Now, we are going to talk about body position and how to control the snowmobile mid-air. So I'm entering the in-run. I will pick up my speed quite fast to keep it consistent before the jump. I position my feet in the center of the running boards, bending my knees, feeling strong in them, ready to take the impact of the jump. My upper body is more relaxed. I'm using my arms only to adjust my position. They are not working hard, they are relaxed. I have my consistent speed. I'm entering the jump and I need to give a little more throttle now because we're going uphill and the jump will slow me down. So we give more throttle up the ramp and right before the takeoff I let it go. Why am I doing this? It's because I want the nose to go from the higher position in the jump to slowly through the jump go down before I land. In air, I am controlling the snowmobile using the track. It has mass to it rotating, and this is my tool to adjust the sled. I can either hit the throttle, gaining more track speed, and this will bring the nose higher up, or I can brake. When I hit the brake, the track will slow down, bringing the nose down. This will help me adjust my angle to come into the landing in the right way. In the air, I keep the same body position. I have my feet in the center of the running boards, my knees are bent, and my upper body is relaxed. My arms are only adjusting my position on the sled. As soon as I got up in the air, I'm starting to look for a landing. And when I find it, I keep my focus there. As I get closer, I'm starting to prepare for touchdown.
What do you do when you're doing backflips, bro? You're not looking at the landing right off the lip.
We're gonna talk all about the landing and how to get down on the ground safe. If you're having any questions about this episode, please comment below and I will see you in the next one.
You know, that guy's pretty cool. Let's see, comment. Dude, there's no comments on this video. What the hell? Okay. Type your comment. Where do you look when you're... Jeez, dude, I can't type to save my life. I'm nervous now. Now I have stage fright. Where do you look when you're doing a backflip? Question mark. Fix this. Oh, jeez. Dude, this is bad. Asking for a friend. Comment. Everybody go like that comment. Thank you.
Now we are going.
Hold on. Show me one snowmobile that you're going to do that on and not fold the thing in half. Dude, he is up there.
In the last episode, we talked about body position and how to control the snowmobile in air. Now we are going to talk about how to land safe. So we are flying through the air, and when I'm getting closer to the landing, I'm going closer to the handlebar, I'm going closer to the seat, and I'm kind of charging up myself. And right before I'm about to land, I explode. I push the handlebars down, I push my legs down, making my energy go down into the snowmobile. The suspensions take the hit and I slow down. I'm also, before landing, giving some throttle. This will help my track touch the snow first, gaining track speed that will keep the snowmobile going forward.
That's very important.
I'm keeping my weight on my legs just because they are the strongest muscle, so they will take the impact. And after the landing, I try to get my head up, focus, keep control of the situation. And that's it. We have now talked about all the steps I think
that's it, bro.
Important to know when you're doing a jump. And remember, always take baby steps. Start small, just like I did 20 years ago, and repeat. That's really important. Never do anything you don't feel you have control of. And like always in snowmobiling, always have a buddy with you. Never ride alone. This was the last episode of my masterclass. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, comment below, and I will see you on the mountain.
What do you guys think my masterclass should be? Like, I gotta go pitch now. I'm gonna go pitch a masterclass to Lynx, and like, should it be like how to get a snowmobile stuck and then unstuck? How to completely flip a snowmobile into a creek? I don't know. Like, I need some ideas. What's Ross's masterclass gonna be? How to rip an arm off a snowmobile. Yo, riding with Andreas, so he's dialed. It's his air awareness is amazing. You know, he's like, he is one of the, I'd say he's top 3 guys in the air in the backcountry, like flight wise. You know, he's Kosterkowitz and Turcotte level. I would say him and Turcotte are gunning for 1 and 2. I know Caleb's got it though, but I just see more of Andreas and Turcotte doing like big air stuff. Caleb's really good everywhere though, dude. That guy's built like a freaking freight train. It's crazy. How to ride with no how to ride a turbo getting drugged through the snow with no feet on the running boards. Yeah, look at that photo. He has right here. Those are stickers on the skis, brand new still. Dude, seriously. How to jump a snowmobile with a helicopter in the background masterclass. That's what we're doing next, Jeff. The tough part about this winter has been that I'm sitting on some stuff that I can't share until the fall. And I'm talking to you, Jeff. I'm talking heli. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Lynx and say I need a master class, and it's gonna be technical tree riding. Dude, okay, actually, it's reading Ross's masterclass, reading the terrain. Because I feel like I don't know if Ribby's doing one, but that dude is a tree riding SOB. Like he is really good at riding trees, Jason Ribby, and he's our BC guy for Lynx. He's not that active on social, so but I don't know if he's doing one or not, but you know, technical riding is where I should do one there for sure. So brake control, foot position, body control, counter steer, all that stuff. And to have Lynx like actually help me put it together would be super nice because all that stuff takes like budget and is tough to do on your own, you know? So do you guys have any questions? Q&A time with Rosco. I'm getting hungry, dude. I worked out right before this, and I haven't eaten in a while. I literally haven't eaten since like noon today, so I'm kind of dying, but that's fine. No. You can go get a Lynx. You can still snow check a Lynx. Everybody go snow check a Lynx right now. And if you snow check something else, cancel it and go snow check a Lynx. Can you jump a helicopter? That's what Phil asked. I'm drinking a pub beer from 10 Barrel. Not sponsored. Wanna be sponsored though. You know what I mean? Like it would be so sick. 10 Barrel is a great company, so. That was annoying, sorry. Radian 2 is not necessarily the same as Gen 5. There are differences because it is Lynx, so we have different. Camera went out. Radian 2 is essentially our version of the next generation of Lynx chassis. Because like the chassis has different mounting points for the skid and stuff like that, and the tunnel is like a little bit different length. The running boards are different. There's all these little differences. So yeah, Radian 2 is our chassis. I don't know what a Gen 5 is. I've never heard of her. So like I don't know what to tell you about that thing. I know it ain't no shredder dog. I don't know what the plan is color wise. I know they like to go one color, red, loud, and trying to build brand in North America, which is cool. Like I like it. And when you talk to the dudes that are running the show over there, they bleed Lynx. Like they love the brand so much and the history and the lineage, and like I no joke. This was what I heard. This is what I was talking to them, and we were talking with like some magazine guys. And they're like, what are you going to do to are you going to do more testing in the US or in North America and cater the sled to you know, North America, yada, yada, yada. Like, now that you're over here, and they're like, no, we're building our snowmobile for our guys in Europe, but we know how good a snowmobile is, and we know it's different than what you guys have over here, and we know that there's riders in North America that are going to want this thing. So that's what they said. And I actually really liked that, because they're just going to stay true to themselves, and it's great, because that's what the sled is. So but yeah, it was developed in parallel with the Gen 5 or whatever a Gen 5 is, like some Skidoo thing. I don't know. Never heard of her. No, I think the belts are the same. I haven't looked at belt numbers. Now we're getting nitpicky. Now we're getting nitpicky. Stand by, I'm doing something. Oh my god. Does this get better? See that? I don't know if I'd ride a 46 turbo if it was over here. I was actually kind of like considering ordering a 46 naturally aspirated. I think I might. I mean, like, why not? If I could get one, I would. See, now I gotta itch my nose, bro. That's so disrespectful, Josh. I don't know when the Rave and everything else will get an upgrade. The pricing on a shredder depends on where you like what you want. Let's look at it. They're expensive though, because it's life. Yeah, it still has a 16 wide tunnel, because that's a huge that's a big change. Like bulkhead and tunnel and everything else kind of like really revolves around that. So I would think eventually, if we're that's what, like, the first thing that I was saying is like, so like the next step would be we're gonna go 15 wide tunnel. Like, it's honestly, for me, I don't really feel it that much, to be honest with you guys. You do feel it, but, and I am a fan of the 15 wide track, because it's a fully like rodded track, so it's stiff all the way across. It just cuts better. I don't think there's any, like, guys have told me, they're like, oh yeah, I've been in snow where the 16 wide is way better in deep snow, and I honestly like haven't really ridden that snow where I'm like getting my ass kicked by a 16 wide when I've been on a 15 wide. So where I can really feel it, yo, we need instrumental only on the music department. Trying to vibe out, dog. Dude, this song bangs. This song bangs. So 15 to 16 wide, where you feel it. Like I was in West Yellowstone and I was on a side hill, and like when the sled wants to high side, which they all naturally do in certain conditions, the ability for you to like give it some gas and kind of like counter steer it and then kind of yank it back into the hill, a 15 wide will like slide back under itself and like and then like you will be able to side hill. Does that make sense? Whereas a 15 or a 16 wide, sometimes it'll like keep pitching you down the hill and you can't muster it back unless the snow's really good. So yeah, I know what matava means. It means awesome. And like every other great, like it means amazing, awesome. I learned that at the snow shoot from Yanni in the marketing department. He told me. What did you tell him to buy if you didn't tell him to buy a shredder? Like, did you tell him to buy a 600? I do like the idea of a tapered tunnel. I mean, a tapered tunnel makes sense because we're built like this, right? Like our legs go like this. Our legs, we don't go like this. So like it is more natural for sure. He didn't buy anything. So what's he gonna do? Just walk? Dude, apparently, see, I know Jason's been working on some projects video wise, but he's a guide. He's also involved in some like testing, like durability testing and stuff. So he's pretty busy, dude, in that aspect. And like, he's actually good on camera, but he's not gonna go do it. Like, so I should, next season, hopefully I'm gonna go ride with him and we'll do a project together. And then I will introduce everybody to Ribby. But like, if you go ride with him at Carl's place, if you go to CKMP and ride with him, people like talk about the dude like he's a legend because he just is nice with it in the trees. He was just overwhelmed. The Turbo R is what I'm riding right now. The Shredder Turbo RE 155 3-inch. The track's really soft though. It might not be the right. It might not. I don't know if it's the track that's coming on it. It probably is, but very soft track, which is gonna kill in the deep snow. Josh, we need to have a let's talk about your sleds then. Maybe you should get yourself a new shredder. Yeah, dude, Aiden. So here's the deal. This is why we're making tree riding great again. We're making tree riding cool again. I think that's the hashtag I've been using on all Burant's posts. Because like this is a hot take, but this is true. Thanks to guys like Burant, the OG hop over homie, like the dude, and kind of the playful stuff. There are riders now who can do hopovers and bow ties who can't ride the trees that well. And I've seen it, which is crazy. But yeah, isn't that funny? Like, so that's why we're making tree riding cool again, because the whole idea behind doing a hop over is when you do it in the gnar, when nobody's watching, when nobody can see. I got you, Josh. Dude, I don't know how allocation and all that stuff is working, so I don't talk about it too much because I don't know like what, like I don't even know like what numbers are or who, like how all that is working. I know it's pretty crazy right now in general. Dude, the Brutal, when I was at Snowshoot for it, they were like literally jumping it. It was crazy. And then they were riding in the POW. The guy who was riding it is a really, really good rider, and he went into like a gnarly, he went into some gnar, dude. He was getting it for sure. And then he ended up in a creek and was so stuck. But I was really impressed. Like that sled has such a deep lug. It's really cool. I wish I could have, I wish I could have like a Brutal and like all that stuff. But you know, they're like, Ross, you can't have 14 sleds. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it there. Been on an hour. I'm starving. I need some food. Thanks for joining me. Dude, we've been consistent with like 50 people in here. That's pretty good, you know? Like Roscoe's little sessions. Now that I have my live like dialed in pretty close, we can just chill, kick it, ask questions, hang out, you know, expand onto other topics. So I'm going to be home for a day or two more, and then I'm going to go to Idaho, and then we're going to be hunting for snow, hopefully. We'll see. I'm waiting on a call, kind of. Also watching the forecast here. We're actually getting snow, which is unbelievable, dude. It didn't snow for 60 days, I swear. It was painful at home. And what I need home for is I like some consistent snow at home, so I can just come home for like, if I'm home for a week, and I can just go ride with dad and like a couple buddies, and we can pick up some phone clips and just like that general stuff. Whereas like it just hasn't been the case, so I've been kind of running around my head cut off. But like a couple weeks ago, we shot model year 23 for 509. So like I couldn't really post about that, which was a bummer, but that was a 3-day shoot. And then we did another shoot that's going to drop in the fall. And then I have another shoot in April that's going to drop in the fall as well. So like, dang, dude, it's hard to make freaking vlogs when I can't post anything because it's all confidential. Sucks. Yeah, I got some homies that are in Wyoming right now, and it looks pretty good. So, but I will be in Jackson for the hill climbs. I don't know if anybody's going to be there. You better track me down, dude. I'm going to be vibing, looking good, hanging out with everybody, vlogging, doing social stuff. It's going to be super fun. So I'll be there from Wednesday until Sunday at Jackson Hole at the hill climbs, the 23rd to the 27th, cheering on all my friends, my Lynx teammates, and having beers and making ridiculously fun content. So yeah, it'll be fun. So if you guys are there, you holler at your boy, okay? Make sure if there's 45 of you guys in here, so love you. And also, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, drop a sub. Leave a comment on this video as well. I appreciate it. And I will hopefully, I might have a video out later this week. We'll see. Dude, Jason Ribby is taking a new shredder up Jackson in Pro Mod. You heard it here first. He's doing it. So I will be there supporting him. And yeah. And I might ride Alpine while I'm there as well. So. But the dude, the thing about me racing hill climb is, here's the problem. I'm kind of buddies with all those guys. Like Andy Thomas, Jay Menaberry, Blaine Matthews, like all the homies. And like, if I go race, I kind of have to race pro, I think. Like, they're going to be like, you got to race pro. And then I'm going to get torched by those guys. Which I'm not afraid of. Also, like, the support is it's expensive. Like I could do it, and it like you kind of got to test and get your act together. But maybe I should do it before it's all said and done. Or we just vlog it up like a boss and have a great time and capture the madness like nobody else has ever captured the event. Right? Like hill climb is such a big opportunity in this industry for somebody to go actually make really good content around. Like this is a hot take, but I'm throwing it out there. If you had a good videographer and a good kind of documentarian storyteller who is a snowmobile guy, you got to have some kind of roots in the industry. You can't go in all like weird. You got to like be authentic and make friends and like know what you're getting into. Somebody could make an unbelievable YouTube series about the hill climb circuit. And then you kind of make friends with those guys and you get in with them, and then you go on a test day and you go on a, like all that stuff. So Trinity, quit motivating me to do what I should do and race Jackson next year, okay? Dude. Oh, could you imagine me? I might wreck at the first gate on Jackson. Dude, Rimshaw's so cool, but they just don't capture it properly. That's true, Josh. You know what I might do as well? Let me know if you guys want to do this while we're on the Rimshaw topic. In the fall, like, not in the fall. If I'm home for any of the races, like I could have done it at this past weekend in Colorado, but I actually didn't think I was going to be home. We could do watch parties, Rimshaw watch parties. Thoughts? That'd be fun. Like little Rimshaw watch parties, because you know they're live streaming stuff. So Rimshaw needs a Haley Deegan to boost media presence. Dude, I need a Haley Deegan to boost media presence. I don't need Haley Deegan. I need you know what I mean? I'm kind of vibing to this song though. You guys might not like it though. It's kind of whiny, but I guess I've been told that's the music I like. I'm actually looking somewhat for somebody to work for me to create content at the level that I know we're capable of. I just need somebody in-house who's ready to grind and create madness with me. And finding that person is really tough. Wow, Trinity, you're a gangster. Just broke your wrist on the second day and just kept going because you're nice with it. How do you create a career out of snowmobiling? Man, there's a lot of ways to do it. You got to find your niche. You got to look at what everybody's doing, figure out where you fit in, create connections, work your absolute tail off trying to figure out what's going to work. I've kind of found my spot in the media game right now, and I'm going to continue to be there, but there's lots of opportunity, but it's tough. So yeah, I mean, really, like, make videos, make content. You can go the guiding route. Like, But you have to have value. You have to offer value some way. So like value is education. So value is entertainment. But you got to be careful with the education side of things. Is like, that's why Dan Adams' channel is so good, because Dan's the godfather of it. He is certified to talk about all that stuff. Whereas if you don't really have an audience and you're not like really, you know, you might even know what you're talking about, but if you don't have an audience and credibility, it takes time to build that. So you have to kind of go with grace, you know what I mean? And take what you can, but don't, you know, don't push or annoy or anything like that, you know? Like, yeah, it's super tricky for sure, but there's so much opportunity, so many ways to do it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Want to go eat? Make sure you like and subscribe. Just subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Love you guys. I will talk to you guys soon. And yeah, we'll see you. Thanks for watching. Au revoir.